Welcome back to Pull to Eject. Now, due to not having any camera equipment with me on this first foray in the RV, uh, I am currently using my suction cup cell phone holder, and I can't tilt the arm so that I'm in the middle of the frame. And I've got no lights with me. I don't have my key lights with me. I don't have a ring light with me. So I'm using these two awful little LED lights on one of the battery banks. So, how did we get here? Due to financial reasons and my personal mental health, my wife and I have separated. And we're still friendly. We still like each other. We talk. We like to go out to dinner together. We like to get breakfast together. We like to play with our kids, and we like to do all that stuff. But I have been absolutely depressed for the last 5 years, ever since she got sick. And I have stuck by her side and done my best to pay all the bills and keep everything afloat. And basically, she just said, "You can do this on your own, and you can start taking care of yourself, because I'm not going to sit here and watch you unalive yourself through lack of self-care." So, in a really weird, fucked up way, I am now running solo, seeing the kids on the weekends. I'm kind of like a long haul trucker. Kind of. My dad was a long haul trucker for the majority of my youth, and I wouldn't wish that upon my children, but it's what I got right now. So, here's where we're at. I got super sick last week from sleeping in my car. It's a 2024 Subaru Solterra, and sleeping in the front seats is what I was doing. And what I was planning on doing is I was actually planning on building kind of like a pellet that I could throw some sort of mattress or a couple sleeping bags on, and actually making videos about living out of my car. That's what the purpose of this channel was. This is what the point was. But I'm apparently too old and out of shape to live in a car. So I called the bank and started looking around, and we found an RV. And I purchased this RV. It is a fixer-upper. There are no... I need to figure out how to charge the carriage batteries, because I've got no lights, no electrical in here. So I've been living off of battery banks and bottled water and all that. So here's what we need to do. We need to figure out how to charge the batteries on this thing. We need to look at the batteries. We need to top off their fluid levels if they are running dry, because that's very important for Nickel metal hydride batteries is for them to have some sort of acid for the anodes and all that stuff to be in. So we need to look at the batteries. We need to get them charged or replace them. We need to get some electricity in this bitch. And we need to test out all the electronics. A lot of stuff works. We were unable to get the generator to turn over, so we're going to need to service the generator. I've already started disassembling the solar setup I had for our line charger for the pigs when we had a hobby farm with hogs on it. And I can throw the battery from that system into this if the carriage batteries are dead. So if they need replaced, I can throw that in here. I need to buy some parts for the solar setup because I want to put the solar panel from that on here and then buy like another 5 or 7 solar panels so that we have 6 or 8 100 watts being charged during the day, and build out a battery array and get that going. The generator needs addressed, which I mentioned earlier. My friend Jack is going to assist me with that. I have a friend named Jack. I am Jack Mary. It's weird. Whatever. Other than that, getting this RV was, it was awful. We found probably 24 listings for RVs. We found one that we liked. We sent the information to our loan officer. When I say we, I mean me and the mouse in my pocket. So I sent the information off to my loan officer. They worked with me. That listing, as soon as they approved it, I went and looked at it and said pending. So apparently they found a seller. And they're working on it. I still messaged them and said, hey, I've got financing, I have approval, they are willing to go and pay your asking amount. Let's do this. And they never got back to me, but they eventually sold it. So then I basically just made a spreadsheet of all the listings in the area of comparable RVs under a certain dollar amount. I had set a limit with the bank of $15,000, and we stayed under that. We almost did half of that. They were asking, the lady I bought this from, very nice lady. She was asking, I think, $1,100. And then when we started looking at things, the generator didn't start. The pop-outs were not functioning, which could be a motor replacement or an entire slide overhaul. And so because of that, I talked her down an additional $2,500, and we ended up paying $8,500 for this. Told the bank, hey, that listing I sent you that you said you'd approve for the $11,000, I talked her down to $8,500 because of certain things that were wrong with it, and we're ready to go. And the bank had said, as soon as you find one and you agree on an amount and we approve that amount, it's going to go super quick. That money's going to be right in your account. She didn't get back to me until probably 5:30 Eastern time. which is the time zone I'm in. My banker is actually back in South Dakota, so she's in Central Time. And if she was a little farther west, she'd be in Mountain Time. She's right on the border. But yeah, we she didn't get back to us until then. By then, it was too late to get a notary for the paperwork and all that stuff. So I told her, hey, we're going to do it tomorrow. Please have everything ready. So we drove home from Marion, North Carolina, which is on the opposite side of Asheville. It was about 100 and some miles to go and check this thing out. And we drove home. I messaged the seller and the bank at the same time. Hey, we're jumping in the car. We'll be in Marion in about an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes. That'll get us there around like 10:30. And we started heading down, and I got a notification on the Subaru that we had low tire pressure. I had just pumped it up the day before, so we suddenly had to find a new tire. And so we replaced the tire. We drive over to Marion, meet up with the seller. I keep everybody up to date in the entire process. Hey, we're leaving now. Oh, we got held up. We got to replace the tire. I don't know how long that's going to take. Okay, we're on our way again. We should be there at this time now. This way, everybody's like informed and ready to jump on this shit, right? And again, the banker stands us up. So we end up, we're sitting there waiting for a response from the banker. I sent all the wire transfer information for the seller to the banker, and it's just a whole lot of waiting. I text her a couple times, and then I do the thing that I hate to do, especially with people who I know that are working and are dealing with a lot of people and are trying to get all their work done. I fucking called her directly. And she didn't answer. She's never answered my phone calls when I called her directly because she's always in a meeting with somebody. But that kind of shakes her up. So like, hey, this guy called me. It must be important. I need to look at his text messages after this meeting. And as a buyer, that's fucking nerve-wracking. You tell me that all I have to do is call you. I've already done the DocuSign stuff. I've already done everything that I need to. But I'm now sitting here waiting on you. The seller's waiting on you. I don't know what she's planning on doing for her day, but now we've just spent a day and a half with her, twiddling our thumbs in our butts. And it's so nerve-wracking. I mean, so much anxiety. And eventually she gets back to us at 4 in the afternoon and we get this shit done. So my partner was nice enough to drive over with me so she could drive the car home. She follows me. Driving this thing is fucking terrifying. I definitely have something going up on in the front right hand suspension, the passenger side suspension. So I need to figure out what's going on there too. Haven't even tried to do the auto leveling thing. And that was on Tuesday that we finished that up. The next day, I slept in so fucking hard. I slept until like noon, like 10 or 11 in the morning. It was just insane. I usually wake up at 5. I slept in like 5 fucking hours. But I was just so exhausted from being sick the week before and then looking for an RV for a week, and then running back and forth between home and Marion, and finally getting the RV back home. I can't drive this up to the house. This thing is too fucking big. There's a couple corners I don't think it'll make. And if I even get it into our driveway, there's no way I'm getting it out. So, yeah, this isn't coming up to the house in any way. So there's this area with a lot of parking down at the bottom of our hill. So the first night I parked it at Walmart and I slept in the house again. And kind of had like a, hey, this is my last night, girls. Daddy's taking off sort of thing, which absolutely sucked. Parked it at Walmart overnight. Parked it down at the base of our mountain the next night or next day. Like Walmart wanted me out of there by 7 a.m. Fuck. But yeah, so I slept in, spent the rest of the time like packing stuff and making sure I had everything for my next 4-day work stretch. And the night before I worked, I came and I parked it across from work in a big old overflow parking lot. I've been here, this is going to be my 4th night here. And nobody's come and put a note on it yet telling me get the fuck out of our parking lot. So far, we get through tonight. We get through my work shift tomorrow. I'm going to drive it back home. And we're going to start working on getting the power going again and make sure maybe get some propane so we have heat in this bitch, because it's been getting down to 42 degrees the last couple nights. And I'm going to need a second blanket if it keeps that shit up. But I really appreciate those of you who are here and are seeing what's going on and listening. And hopefully this is going to be a little more construction and repair like I want it to be. Like, I'll be doing videos the days that I'm working on this thing to get her up to snuff, and I hope you're going to enjoy those things. But I'm also going to journey or document this new phase of my life where I'm kind of back to being an independent human. Those sirens, multiple times a night. Oh, that one's the fuzz. A lot of times it's EMTs, and holy crap. That was exciting. Oh, looks like he's going in the parking garage. Anyway, we are starting a new journey together. Thank you for being here. I will see you on the next video.